The girl who never said no. In a small village surrounded by tall cocoa trees lived a girl named Aminat. She was only 13, but she worked more than most adults. Aminat lived with her aunt because her parents had both died when she was still very young. Her aunt promised to take care of her, but things did not go as Aminat hoped. Every morning before sunrise, Aminat swept the entire compound, washed plates, fetched water from a far stream, and cooked breakfast for the whole family. She didn't complain. She didn't argue. She did everything with a quiet smile. People in the neighborhood always said, "Aminat is such a respectful girl. She never says no." But deep inside, she wished she could say yes to her own dreams for once. Aminat loved learning. Whenever she passed by the village school, she stopped for a few seconds to listen through the windows. She admired the sound of students reading and laughing. She always imagined herself sitting in the front row, raising her hand to answer questions. Her aunt, however, didn't believe in sending her to school. "What is the point?" she often said. "You will marry one day. Save your energy for work." So instead of learning ABCs and multiplication tables, Aminat spent her time in the market selling tomatoes for her aunt. She balanced a large tray on her head from morning till evening, walking barefooted across the dusty roads. Some days, when she returned tired and dusty, her aunt still shouted at her for not selling enough. Some customers cheated her by giving less money or walking away without paying. Aminat swallowed her tears and kept going. She believed that one day, her kindness would bring her something good. One afternoon, something unexpected happened. Aminat noticed a little boy crying at the edge of the market. She dropped her tray and rushed to him. The boy had lost his mother in the crowd and couldn't stop shaking. Aminat held his hand, wiped his tears, and walked from stall to stall asking if anyone had lost a child. After almost an hour of searching, they found the mother. The woman hugged her son tightly, thanking Aminat again and again. "You have a good heart, my child," the woman said. "What class are you in?" Aminat looked down sadly. "I don't go to school, Ma. I only help in the market." The woman looked shocked. Aminat didn't know that the woman was a social worker in the city who helped children get education. She visited the village the next week and spoke to Aminat's aunt. She explained that Aminat had the right to go to school and that there were programs that could help girls like her. At first, her aunt refused, but eventually she agreed when she saw that Aminat truly wanted this chance. Aminat finally joined school. For the first time in her life, she wore a uniform and held new books. She felt like she was living inside a dream. She studied hard, always staying behind to revise her notes. And very quickly, teachers noticed something special about her. Aminat didn't just learn, she excelled. She became top of her class. She joined the debate team. She won competitions. People in the village started saying, "So this girl had such brilliance inside her." Years passed, and Aminat kept getting better. When she finished secondary school, she received a scholarship to study in the city. Her aunt cried when she left, not because she was sad, but because she was proud. She finally understood the great treasure she had in her home all along. Aminat graduated with honors and became a child counselor, someone who protects children like the little boy she helped in the market many years ago. She returned to the same village and opened a small learning center for children who didn't have opportunities. She taught them reading, writing, manners, confidence, and hope. One afternoon, a young girl asked, "Auntie Aminat, how did you become so great?" Aminat smiled softly and answered, "Because I never stopped believing that kindness and patience can change a life, even my own." And from that day on, every child in the village knew that their dreams were possible. And that saying yes to kindness, courage, and hard work could open doors they never imagined.